just like to congratulate the families of Biggie Mung and Duffy Doherty, and would like to celebrate their accomplishments, this weekend coming into the Ring of Fame. Really, Biggie brought us into the Big Ten Conference. He had the first African-American quarterback to play in the Big Ten Conference at that point in time, way back. And then, Duffy certainly brought us into what I would say, and probably most people would say, is the modern era of football into the 60s. And we just want to celebrate their accomplishments and really welcome their families back to Michigan State. And there's so many players that have been through here that have such a great respect and high regard for those two coaches. So it's important we bring our emotion, our energy to this football game against Iowa. It's always been a physical football game. You look at the last 5 years, did some great football games between the two of us that have gone down to the wire. I continually say that pressure is good. We need to be pressured. We need to keep the pressure on us. Stress is not. And so we don't want to stress about the things we can't control. Got a guy hurt, we can't control that. We have to move forward, and the next guy has to get up there and play. That's just part of life. Everybody's dealing with those things right now. So that's why, as you go through a football season, you look for everybody, your ones and your twos. You look for everybody to have value and bring value to your football team.
After last week's victory over Indiana, the Spartans welcomed the 3-2 Iowa Hawkeyes into Spartan Stadium for their annual homecoming game. The history between the two schools has been fierce. From 2007 to 2009, one game between the Hawkeyes and Spartans was decided in double overtime, while the other two by a combined 5 points. With this weekend's clash against Iowa being their first division opponent, finding a rhythm on special teams could be the difference between winning or losing.
The kicker life is definitely different than any other position.
We kind of get overlooked until we're needed.
The only person that really wants to see me out on the field is my mom.
As a kicker, it's more of the mental aspect and not so much of the physical.
There's so many small details that have to be perfect for everything to work out well. And mistakes are usually magnified just because of how big the plays are.
The thing about kicking is it's like a long drive in golf. If you're just off an inch with your swing, you could be off a mile with the result, and we know every one of those counts.
Unlike other positions, we don't get 50, 60 plays a game. We're out there a couple times a game, so we have to make every play count.
It often can balance out a poor performance by the offense or the defense.
You change field position 50 yards, that can make or break a game. So every time it can be the difference in winning and losing.
So just like any other position, us as specialists, we tend to watch our kicks just to see how our technique is, what things we need to improve on. In this particular kick, I like my positioning, like where my foot is. It's not too close to the ball. If that were the case, I'd be really crunching over the ball and wouldn't allow my soccer-style kick to come through and give me the advantage that it does versus being a straight-on kicker. All right, so one of the big things I do every day at practice is have my notebook of just all the essential things that I'll go through during the day, and I evaluate, based on my criteria of how well I think I did. This isn't just my book of information. I went down to see Morton Anderson this past July, and so this summer I was down there with him, and he gave me a list of just different positions in terms of workouts, different exercises that I can do just to work on my core, strength and stability and things like that. And then also the mental approach of different things I should do. At the beginning of the week, I always try to get out here early on Tuesdays and Thursdays. After the no-step drill, I'll go to a one-step drill and then to a full approach, 3 back, 2 over, like my normal field goals. We'll back it up and then just let it fly.
As you notice, they also, like Roach said, more often than not to the boundary, they play a head-up 4 technique. More often than not. Now, they'll get out in the 5 as well, but more often than not, they're playing a head-up 4 technique. Over on this side, they are not going to submarine. That is not their sole purpose. They're going to try to take the center out of the game. They're going to try to take the center out of the game. They're going to try to angle not allowing you to get up to second level. And then they're going to try to plug through the gap if we don't have any motions. But we're using the motions against them to let them think we're going somewhere we're not. Went through and watched 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go back and watch, guys. Go back and watch. See if there's anything different. There's nothing different. They're doing the same thing, right? It works for them. They're top 20 defense in the nation. It works for them. The one thing we know about these guys, the one thing we know, they're not a heavy stunting team. They're not a heavy stunting team. We're showing you a lot of it because we don't have a lot of time. So keep those hands inside. Know that, hey, I'm going to do my job. Hands are going to be in. I'm going to have a great base, play off my insteps, drive through.
Now, let's just remember that we got homecoming weekend, correct? It is homecoming weekend. We got everybody coming to visit. Got guys that's played here and done a lot of good things. So just make sure that we're on our P's and Q's with how we play the game. All right, make sure your effort is up to par with the guys that's played on these walls. Okay, so I think we all understand what's in front of us in regards to playing the next step. We got to win this game. So make sure your effort, make sure your preparation is there, and let's move on and try to get ourselves prepared and ready for this game.
While this homecoming weekend is a time for alumni to return to campus to watch the game with their friends and family, it's also a time to honor the past. Prior to the game, former legendary Michigan State head coaches Clarence Biggie Munn and Hugh Duffy Doherty will have their names added to Spartan Stadium's Ring of Fame. These men brought the program to national prominence in the 1940s through the 1960s. And more importantly, both men played critical roles in advancing the integration of college football.
Before Biggie came onto the scene, Michigan State was a well-respected program, but an independent. They had tried to gain entry into the Big Ten for decades. President John Hanna gave Biggie Munn the assignment of raising Michigan State's profile nationally through football. Biggie fulfilled his assignment when he not only won 2 national championships, but in 1953, the first year of eligibility for the Big Ten championship, won it, and then went on to win a Rose Bowl. Biggie certainly embraced the land-grant philosophy that of access for all at Michigan State by recruiting African-American players from within the state. Duffy took it to another level when he started recruiting nationally, and through his connections around the country, especially in the South, he was able to get players out of South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas. He changed the game by recruiting great players like George Webster, Gene Washington, Clinton Jones, Mad Dog Charlie Thornhill, Bubba Smith, and forced the South to integrate.
When we think about the segregation of what was happening down south, here it was a family situation regardless of where you're from, and they treated us very, very well. The whole idea about having opportunities, I think, meant the world to them. And I'm so grateful and blessed that I had an opportunity to be a part of this family. And I think that Duffy and Biggie and President Hanna, they set the standard that still continues to be followed. The idea of being fair.
Biggie was an outstanding coach because he would look at his players and develop a system and plays around the talents of the players that he had. My junior year, I broke my leg in a game scoring a touchdown against University of Kentucky. A sports writer came up afterwards and said, you know, what kind of a coach, what kind of a guy, personally, is Biggie Munn? And I said, you know, he's the kind of a guy, a player, doesn't mind breaking a leg for.
Biggie and Duffy, it was almost synonymous that they were together, and when Biggie came, he hired Duffy, and when he became athletic director, Duffy became the head coach. One of the major factors with my parents was that Duffy came to the house a couple times, and then eventually got around to talking to me, and he said, you know, we think that you would enjoy Michigan State, and we'd love to have you come there. He indicated and said to me with my folks there that if I wanted to go to another university, that he would do everything in his power to get me at that university. I think that that says a great deal, and it isn't the fact that he said, and he never said that Michigan State was the absolute best and the ultimate and the utopia that you had to go here. And I thought that, from my standpoint, that was just one of the great friendship bases that I ever accumulated at Michigan State.
They were the beginning of the new era of football at Michigan State. They were the beginning in the cause of our becoming a member of the Big Ten.
You know, if there was a Mount Rushmore of college coaches, those two might have to share a spot, just because the 6 national championships, the integration, starting with recruiting African Americans at the state level with Biggie, and then going nationally with Duffy, makes them historic figures, not just in the local college community, but nationally. Together,
they just really made Michigan State a very, very strong school nationally. And as they went along, we become better. And now Coach D'Antonio has done a magnificent job, and Michigan State University is definitely a prominent place in the national scene.
And happy homecoming to Spartans everywhere around the country and around the world. Yuma will kick off. 2nd down, 13, Iowa from their 37. Vandenberg pressured, throws. Ball is batted and picked off. It is intercepted at the line of scrimmage by Danicos Allen. Spartans take over at the 26-yard line of Iowa. Pendleton in front of Le'Veon. Hand off to Le'Veon. Starts up the middle. Cuts it outside right at the 5. After a great move, dives to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU! The point after try is perfect from Dan Conroy. In the rain at Spartan Stadium on homecoming afternoon in the early going, it's Michigan State 7, Iowa nothing. Iowa runs a straight eye on 1st and 10 at the Spartan 47. Tight end in motion. It's Jake Doozy. Hand off to Weissman. Up the middle, hit the hole hard, but he was smacked at the 43 by Danicos Allen. What a tackle. Play fakes to the fullback, throws right side, caught by Ray Hamilton, but he is hit down at the line of scrimmage at Iowa's 26. Vandenberg trying to avoid the sack, and he can't. Good job by Kyler Ellsworth, who got him around the ankles at the 18, and the Michigan State defense is really starting to pile it on the Hawkeyes. Tony Lippett, wide side right. You look right, look middle, wind up and throw it left side. Aaron Burbridge has got it. Andrew from the shotgun dumps it over the middle, caught by Aaron Burbridge. Burbridge on his feet at the 40 of Iowa. He's inside the 30, he's inside the 25. Aaron Burbridge motors to the 16-yard line. High snap, bringing it down is Sadler. The boot is up and through. 24-yard field goal. Our score in East Lansing. The Spartans 10, Iowa nothing. Iowa now takes over. Takes the snap, throws left side. Catch made by Martin Manley at the 5. He is drilled by Johnny Adams. 2nd and goal, Vandenberg under center. Hand off to Weissman off right tackle, and not much room to run at all. Vandenberg by himself. 3rd and goal for Iowa. Snap to Vandenberg, throw over the middle, incomplete.
Another good stand for Michigan State.
23-yard field goal try. Here's the snap and the put down. It's halftime. It's the Spartans in a slugfest 10 and the Iowa Hawkeyes 3.
Go win the game, guys.
Yes, sir.
Go win the game. We'll have fun doing it. We'll have fun doing it. So don't tense up. Don't tense up out there. Get live. Get live out there. All right? You good? How much time? 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's roll. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Hands up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, put that on 1. Good. Who's that?
Spartans 10, Iowa 3. Andrew Maxwell now alone in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Floats it over the middle for Burbridge at the 20, cuts outside 25. Aaron Burbridge at the 30. Hand off to Weissman off left tackle. Weissman with a burst. He's to the 30. Weissman on his feet to the 40. Now he lines up as an up back. They'll hand to Le'Veon with blockers in front. Runs to his left 20. 25. He's at the 30. Fights his way out over the 40. And Le'Veon with a nice hesitation move. He's 1 for 1 so far this afternoon. It's down, it's up, and he's now 2 for 2. 10-6 MSU. Mumphrey short side left. Fowler and Burbridge deployed to the right. Andrews in the shotgun with Le'Veon to his left. Good clean snap. Stands and throws it over the middle. And a great grab made out at the 40-yard line in Iowa territory, falling down by Keith Mumphrey. Burbridge short side right, handoff to Le'Veon. Starts up the middle, cuts it off right guard, now off right tackle. Le'Veon on his feet to the 20. They can't stop him. Reverse handoff to Mumphrey again after a play fake inside, and Mumphrey starts down the right sidelines, clobbered out of bounds inside the 10.
They got to finish this drive right here. Keep the mentality and keep the pedal on the metal.
Andrew winds up, throws end zone, incomplete. Looking for Tony Lippett with a 22-yard try from the right hash mark. Here's the boot. Splits the uprights. It's the Spartans 13, Iowa 6. Iowa looking at the best defense in the Big Ten. Out of the huddle come the Hawkeyes. Shotgun snap, right flat pass. Max Bullough with a great ankle tackle. 3rd and 6 for the Hawkeyes at the Spartan 45. Vandenberg is under center. Hands to Weissman running left. Weissman to the 40, breaks a tackle at the 35. Oh no, he's at the 30, the 25 and the 20. And Weissman down the far left sidelines. Now they have Brad Rogers in front of Weissman in the eye. Weissman up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown Iowa with 55 seconds to play. And Iowa will play for overtime. They'll try the point after. It's down, it's up, it's good. Overtime is next.
MSU gets the ball. Iowa elects to play defense, and really comes down to this: who wants it more?
Andrew Maxwell under center, hand off to Le'Veon running left. Le'Veon to the 20. Le'Veon fights his way to the 17-yard line. Le'Veon up the gut. Le'Veon to about the 8, that's all. On 3rd and goal at the 6, Andrews in a shotgun with Le'Veon to his right. Here's the snap. Pump fake, end zone throw. It's over the head of Mumphrey on the back line of the end zone. He wanted maybe a call. 25-yard try. Snap, it's down, it's up, it's good. And now Iowa gets a crack at the 25-yard line. Vandenberg with Rogers to his right. Quick throw, right side. Keenan Davis with a catch at the 20. Shotgun to Vandenberg. Throws it short, caught by Garman at the 9, but he's nailed by Tawan Jones under pressure. Vandenberg throws, end zone, incomplete for Garman. So Iowa will now have to settle for a field goal try in overtime. It's down, it's up, it's good. Shotgun snap. He's got time. Throws for the left pylon. It is nearly picked off by Darquez Denard, and he is tackled from behind. Now a 42-yard field goal try for Mike Meyer. Clutch field goal for Mike Meyer.
Finish it right now, guys. You got to finish it on the offensive side of the ball for MSU.
One setback, it's Le'Veon. Starts to his right, cuts back left, and he is going to be swarmed out of bounds on the near left sideline at the 24. Keith Mumphrey set left, Lang tight left. Le'Veon to the left of Andrew Maxwell in the shotgun. Mumphrey now in motion, starts to the right, goes back left. Snap to Andrew, throws it short. It is tipped and picked off. It is intercepted by Iowa. Greg Castillo intercepts. The game is over. Iowa wins in overtime.
Played a great football game, played a tough football game. You know, you can go from there to there so fast. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. You know, one little play, one tip here, one tip there. Okay, the bottom line is that you rise back up. That's the bottom line. We don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves. Okay? We'll be back in here tomorrow on Sunday. We'll watch the film. We'll get past this. We'll move on to the next thing. And we'll erase this thing after the next game. Going down to Michigan. Down to Michigan. No team in Michigan State's history ever beaten Michigan 5 times in a row. Not too many teams probably in the country have. Okay, so that's our challenge. Put your hand in the air. Spartan Pride on 1. 1. Spartan Pride!